Welcome to mini lecture 9, very brief lecture. We're just going to be discussing two important terms, weather versus climate. These are important terms because when we think about climate, climate is in fact what dictates to a large degree how humans exist in a given environment. Humans have to respond to climate, that is long-term trends in precipitation and temperature, in terms of how we build our homes, how we construct our roads, when we can plant our crops, when we can do many things. In contrast, when we think about weather, again, weather is the daily characteristics of temperature, precipitation, and air movement. That's what's happening right now, or what's happening in the next 10 days. That is an immediate, individual measurement of those things. Again, climate, long-term trends in temperature, precipitation, and circulation, typically 30 years. So let's take a quick look at what this looks like in the implications. This is the weather in Slippery Rock over the next several hours. That's going to dictate what you put on your body. In other words, are you going to wear a raincoat, not wear a raincoat? Are you going to wear warm clothes or not warm clothes? That's your immediate decision making. That's what weather is. And we all know that weather is highly variable. One day it's beautiful, 4 hours later it's raining. Okay, that's weather though. In a much, much more important sense, climate is what influences how societies, civilizations, governments, economies work. So if we look at this, this is the mean annual precipitation. That is the sum total of all precipitation in a given year, averaged over a 30-year period. This allows us human beings, if you will, and in fact many of the natural ecosystems have to respond to this. So what you'll notice is that in fact across North America we see a very distinct gradation in annual precipitation east to west. We look at South America, we see that there's a very, very dry zone right here. That's the Atacama Desert. Obviously we can see the Sahara, and in fact these are areas that are consistent in a given way. Now we can also see though in climate data something like this. And oftentimes, especially when we talk about the climate change that is occurring, what we're really talking about is how a given year is in comparison to long-term trends. Now, this type of data, what we see here is something called an anomaly. This is a temperature anomaly map. Anomalies mean departures from that climate average. And what, unfortunately, you see in this map very, very clearly is that 2017, relative to the 30-year average starting in 1951, that all of the polar regions and all of the northern regions in the northern hemisphere were in fact significantly, somewhere between 2 and in some cases 8 degrees warmer than that 30-year average. That's what we mean when we're talking about climate, is how does a given period of time, a year, annual temperature in 2017, compare to a very long-term trend. So again, climate versus weather. Okay, that's it for lecture 9.